In order to punch butterfly, one must catch grasshopper.
Okay.
Insult to injury.
Americus?
I, without ever having the thought of groping her breast, continue to pass my turn.
Okay.
Maybe I'll like be sitting there and like snacking and like drinking out of my water
Is that what you're gonna do?
thing, and I'll pour a little bit in her mouth, on her lips or whatever,
Okay.
and see if maybe it like helps her coming around.
Okay.
But that's about it. I'm just kind of chilling.
Okay.
I'm like standing watch over there because I don't. Yeah. That's a good thing.
Baltano?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a magic stone over at those butterflies.
Hit it. That's a hit. The blue magic stones fly through the air and smash a bunch of the butterflies. Merrik kind of hangs his head a little bit. The butterflies swoop down and try to attack Merrik. They're gonna take your 14. God damn it, why am I rolling good on enemies, shitty on Merrik, man? You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna suck. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks really bad.
Yeah. This is a lot of damage.
Merrik turns and looks at Kuykendahl, and he screams with one last breath, "Take care of them all."
Cocksucking motherfuckers.
He's got death saves. Still got death saves. The Fayward tree stretches its arms out. You see it begins to glow with a bluish green pulse. The giant bat held onto this plane of existence for as long as it could. Its body begins to disintegrate. You hear a scream. It cries and falls to the ground. Kuykendahl.
I'm charging back up. I'm getting Merrik into Bloodhawk. Shove the damn Bloodhawk in my fucking vest or whatever.
Okay,
Pick
he
fucking
climbs up on your shoulder.
Whatever. Don't care. Pick up Merrik. I'm deucing now. I'll take some hits.
Yep, you gotta take 14 from the Cloud of Daggers.
He will take 14 from the Cloud of Daggers.
Okay. Did you take 14, Kuykendahl?
I'm working on it right now. Damn, that hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It did. Yeah, it
You're
did.
watching me eviscerate ship all night with it.
Alright.
Kuykendahl goes into the Cloud of Daggers. They slice him bit by bit. His skin is bleeding. He reaches down to pick up Merrik. And you carried the Bloodhawk into it too. So the Bloodhawk goes unconscious now. Roll strength roll to pick up Merrik.
10.
Okay, you're dragging him, not picking him up. And you don't have any more movement this turn, so... Thalion, you're up. Oh yeah, it would take more than one turn to field dress. So, yeah, you're still field dressing?
Okay, all right. I'm, well, who's Lucian? Is he close enough for me to interact with?
Yeah, you could yell at him.
Talk to.
Yeah. You can use
Well, can I approach him?
Well, you're field dressing the deer.
Yeah, if you approach him...
Can I pause my field dressing and approach him with the blood on my hands real quick?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
I'm just gonna approach Lucian, and I'm just gonna slowly move my thumb with blood on it and mark his forehead.
I don't really have a reaction.
You're just shocked?
Yeah, I mean, I'm concentrating on keeping the spell active.
Yeah.
And, like,
That wouldn't be a concentration.
if he did something, like, you know, if he was, like, fucking with me,
Yeah.
I was going to move the daggers on top of him. But he didn't really, so it's just like, I don't know what to do. So I just kind of stand there and take it.
Okay.
But I'm like, is this a mark of honor? Is it because I killed a bunch of stuff, or?
Okay, Merrick's death save roll. Success! He's good at not dying. On death saves, at least. Go ahead, Lucian.
I'm gonna move the cloud of daggers back so it only hits the swarm.
Butterflies?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, that's done. And the cloud of daggers slice the butterflies into nothingness. Kuykendahl,
Yo.
you see that the butterflies have dropped to the ground. There's no longer a threat.
All right.
We're out of combat, guys.
Oh, okay, I will drop the cloud then
Okay.
and pant heavily. I'm spent, guys.
You would be developing a slight headache. All right. We're out of combat. The fungus from the fungus hag's body slowly starts dissipating into ash off of her body. The tree stands proud in the middle of the grove, holding its limbs up high, pulsating with energy. Everybody, free talk, free turn. Do what you need to do.
I'm just gonna pick up Merrik and the Bloodhawk and
Bring them over to the group.
yeah, basically by where Marjorie and them are.
Okay. Kuykendahl comes hauling in the injured teammates. Merrick's going to make another death save. Success! That's 2.
All right, stabilize his ass.
I wanted to see if I can walk towards the tree.
Okay. You approach the tree. You feel a sensation in your body, in your bones, pulsate. You feel a similar energy that you're familiar with, but you feel one that you're not, one that's very, very strong. It's reaching out towards the 2 blue trees on each side of it. You can feel a small pulse of energy going to the copper tree.
Okay. So I want to, I guess, put my hand on the tree, and then I guess roll nature.
Yep, go for it.
Lucy is gonna sit down and drink some water.
Lucian, you're gonna sit down and drink some water?
Yeah, he is tired and spent.
Okay, right where you're at, or with the group?
100% just sits.
Plop.
Just, the fight's over and just collapse. Yeah.
Okay. Nature roll for Baltan. Baltan, as you touch the tree, you can sense that it is nature, and you can sense that there's something else inside of it that is a much stronger energy. It seems natural, but you're not familiar with it. It's not something you've ever encountered before. And it's pulsating between the 3 trees. The tree on the right, the tree on the left, and the tree in the center. You would know all of these trees as Fey trees from the Fey realm. The copper tree down at the bottom, you are not familiar with. That's the one that you haven't ever seen in nature. That's the one that you guys have identified as iron root.
That would be draining from the fade tree then.
Not necessarily. You don't have enough information about that to know that.
Okay. Can I roll insight just to see if I see anything else?
Yes, sir. Americus, you notice that Marjorie seems to stabilize and her headache seems to be going away. Her body is wincing a lot less. Actually, Baltan, with that roll on insight, you would know that the tree in the center, the Fey tree in the center, is actually helping the other 2 trees with the natural energy that you're familiar with. But the energy that's coming from the iron root tree, that is not the natural energy you're familiar with. That's the unfamiliar energy, and it's actually giving energy into the Feyward tree.
Okay. So it's giving it. So they're basically 2 of them are taking energy and one's giving energy.
Yeah. All right, Americus, you see that Marjorie is no longer in pain. Her body seems to stabilize. you see Kuykendahl bring up the Bloodhawk that is unconscious and Merrik Vagus that is unconscious. He plops him on the ground and falls to his knees.
Hurting, buddy. Hurting bad.
He just
It's like second wind. Catch your breath, you'll be fine.
I'm just chilling.
Chilling?
I am, like, Marjorie's still laying down, right?
yeah.
So I'm like a few feet away from her, at her head end, so I'm like, I'm pretty short. So I'm pretty much staring down her blouse right now. Just making sure that her chest is moving, right? I'm making sure she has respiration.
Yep. That's
And I'm
exactly
doing
what
so by watching her breasts.
I'll need a medical roll on that. This is just going to decide whether or not you look like you actually care or if you're just being a creeper. Okay, you actually look like you care. You kind of look like, you know that, if I check that she's breathing, she's still alive.
You're like pretending to look at your watch and count her fucking pulse.
Yeah. You got a good cover. I mean, you could roll performance on that if you wanted to. All right, Thalion.
I'm just gonna walk away and return to field resting the deer.
Okay, so you'll finish that out this turn. Lucian, you have caught your breath a little bit, and it's been a few minutes. You saw Kuykendahl walk by with unconscious teammates.
God, had a few minutes to gather my breath.
Yep.
Let the headache dissipate, drink some water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move back over to the injured Merrik and the Bloodhawk, and I would like to assess their condition. Is Merrik stable? Has he been stabilized by Kuykendahl?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be his next turn.
Then I would like to perform the stabilize action.
Okay. Merrik becomes stabilized. I
want
should
to
roll you medicine on that, but I know you'll get it.
I wanted to start. Is there still the green moss everywhere?
No, it's dissipating.
Oh, it's just pain. Okay. All right. Well, then never mind.
You know from your last insight roll that all the energy in this world kind of seems right the way that it's flowing. You get the sense of this is how it's supposed to be. You're not familiar with the iron root energy, but this is how it's supposed to be.
Okay. So I feel like nature is returning back to its normal levels.
Correct. And the tree seems at peace.
Okay. So I'll tell that to the group.
Okay. Tell the group. Go for it.
Okay. And I'll tell them. It seems now, I believe, that the issue that was plaguing the forest will now dissipate with this moss disappearing.
When Baltan came back and said that, Lucian, roll me an intelligence check, please.
Oh, we're still on 15 forever, and then it's fucking rolled over.
I'll give you this. You feel a tingle in your brain about this statement, and you feel suspicious of it. Almost as if it's a performance. There you go. That would be equal to you.
Can I insight what he said?
You could try, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the only two outcomes are not that viable, but okay, yeah, it seems to make sense to you then.
Okay.
But you still feel something's off. That's just it. That's just a lingering.
Something's off with Baltan?
With that statement that he said.
That everything is going back to normal?
Yeah. So your suspicion would not be directly on Baltan, but about the situation.
Okay.
Because you saw him doing his magic and, all this, he knows a lot about the forest.
Right.
I'm going to get me a branch from that tree.
Okay.
I'm going to say it probably wouldn't be best. It might attack you.
All right, I'll ask Baltan. Hey, man, can you get a branch from the tree that would be equivalent to my club?
I don't talk to trees.
Hey, Kuykendahl, can I just cut your arm off and use it as a weapon? Is that okay with you?
It's a tree.
It's a living tree.
All trees are living.
Well, you saw this one shoot out leaves and stuff.
Yeah, dude, if that tree spears you, you're done.
Fair enough, yeah. Alright. So that's a no.
Yeah, maybe we don't piss off, the heart of the forest.
Baltan, roll insight. Baltan, with your memories, you know that that's something very specific, and it jogged your memories about something else. I'm gonna text you this right now. Continue, guys.
Alright.
So, Baltan, you're saying that that crone over there was the source of the fungus infection, and the town should now be safe?
I'm saying that the source that we were trying to track was coming from here, as far as the hag. As you can see, the moss is dissipating from
Yes.
the area.
It did seem that she was, controlling the moss, the source of the infection. Um, I know this is kind of macabre, but we'll probably need to bring her head back as proof. I don't think that Father will accept. We killed an old lady in the forest who controlled moss as proof.
Americus, you hear him talk about chopping the hag's head off. This interests you.
My ears prick up.
I don't really want to do that or carry it. So nose goes, and then I'm gonna touch my nose.
Americus, with your previous experiments, you're very interested to see what's inside of this fungus hag.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say, make sure before you cut it, your hands are covered. Don't touch the moss if it's still there.
Do I hear this?
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
we're talking right in front of you.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm just gonna give Americus my torch that's still lit. Burn the body.
Kuykendahl
Well, he
walks
wants
over
the
to
head.
you. Kuykendahl walks over to you and hands you a lit fucking torch and says, "Burn that fucking body."
And then he looks down at Marjorie, and then looks at you expectantly.
Americus pauses and thinks. I'm just going off your image, man.
All I'm gonna do is pick up the hawk, Merrik.
You
Wait,
gonna
are they
try to
stabilized?
stabilize the hawk?
Yeah, stabilize the hawk.
Okay. Hawk is stabilized. Both of them are still unconscious.
Pick them up. I'll just shove the damn hawk in my
Backpack.
coat. Whatever.
Okay. Hawk's in your
Fucking-
backpack. Are you gonna pick up Americus? Not Americus. Merrik?
Merrik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strength roll.
All right. Give me 1 second.
This is free action time, guys. Thalion, you finish up cleaning up the deer. And I'm going to put it in your inventory right now.
There we go.
Thalion, do you want the whole thing? Yes, you sling Merrik over your shoulder.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm heading back to town.
Well, are we gonna cut the head off so we have proof?
That's Americus' job.
I mean, any one of you can do it. You just have to carry
Yeah,
back.
true.
Head down and
Wait.
once me, it's gross.
You gotta have a sword with you. I don't have a sword.
Well, that's true. Here, take this dagger, and I'll give him one of my daggers. It's a generic, fucking basic dagger I have no use for.
Don't forget to pick up y'all's stuff y'all used. So if shit was flying around, might be a good time to pick up some arrows or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna go pick up my arrows.
Yeah.
Do either of you rangers know exactly where we are? If I was to say, and I'm gonna pull out the map of the area, and I'm gonna say, ask you on this map, where might we be located? Could you tell me?
Do I need to roll memory?
Uh,
Or like, how does my...
roll intel
I
check.
can
You can
I
roll.
can show you the way.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
I just need to know where we are currently, not
True.
the way back.
Baltan, sorry, Thalion, you can roll an intel check. Roll lower than your intel score. Baltan, nature. Do you want the Thalion? Do you want the guts and everything as well?
I rolled a 12. No. Those would have been thrown off into the forest.
Okay, just making sure. Hooves.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do hooves and skeleton all in one. All right, with Thalion's memory, let me do that. Yes, you're under your. Okay, you do remember the path back to the town, Thalion. Baltan, yes, you can tell the direction that you need to travel is west.
So they could tell me exactly where we are on a map?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm going to put a little X on my map and just mark down, hey, this is where this shit happened, and here's the ironwood tree. I'm going to roll it up, stick it in my pack, and look at the group and say, so about that head.
So, did y'all have a saw or did I gotta use some of my own inventory?
I have a dagger.
I have a dagger too.
Does somebody have a hatchet, an axe for chopping trees?
I do not.
I ain't got shit for that.
Looks like you're hack slashing with a dagger.
I have a crowbar.
That'll help.
Beat
got
the
a-
neck bone into jelly first.
I got a crowbar in my backpack, and what I'm gonna do, it has a mouth, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick my crowbar in his mouth and start rotating it at a hard angle to where it either pop a hole out of the neck or pop the head off or break the jaw or some shit, right? We're just gonna rip this fucking head off.
Okay, gotcha.
Imagine it's like this. I've got it like this. I got a crowbar down, kind of like in his throat.
So
And I'm like,
some kind of
going
Mortal
like
Kombat?
this, like, ah!
That's some kind of Mortal Kombat shit.
Okay, Americus, as you crack the jaw open, dusty, dead fungus rattles out of its body. You can see a very thin spine, almost like a root that resembles a skeleton holding the head up top the body.
I'm going to twist and pull.
Twist and pull. Okay, strength roll, please. You got this, man. Oh, look at you. 2 points over. The head twists, cracks, and it pops off from inside of the spinal column that you severed at the neck. Right where that's at. A dark ooze drips out with tiny blue sparkly flecks inside of it.
Can I take an action? I want to take my,
Yeah.
I want to take my fucking water skin, pour it out, and catch as much of that as I can.
Okay. It starts.
And if I can,
Are you going to
really,
try to
like-
empty it like this?
So
like
is
the
it like dripping off her spine and shit?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so I'm gonna catch it, right?
Mhm.
And like try to get it dripping and then put my water skin up over her fucking
Yeah, and then cinch it up.
like up as far as I can and like zip it up. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So, like her head and got like my sack underneath it.
Yeah, gotcha. Understood.
That's
All right. You grasp the stringy, long hair that feels like straw from a field, and you look inside of it to where the sockets of the eyes used to be that are now missing. Hollow eyes, missing jaw, top teeth, spiking down. The skin almost seems like wood.
Nice.
I'm popping into your character sheet to give you a head.
That sounds amazing.
Nice trophy. Sounds like something from Skyrim.
Or anybody ever play? I know you did, Frank, but anybody ever
Yeah.
play Fable?
Yeah.
Okay, this is like the trophies. You can go into the village and go, and everybody goes, woo, yeah, woo, woo.
Oh God, yes.
Or it's the Witcher, and you like
Yeah,
strap it to your horse with a bill hook.
yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Gives you different bonuses. You like roll around with a hag's head, and you're like, yeah, that's right, I killed this slut. Now I have 10% increased move speed while I'm mounted on Roach.
What was that? God of War? Where you roll around with that one guy's head?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
God of War.
You carry that bitch for a long
A
time.
long time.
And
Very
it gets
long
all
time.
fucked up.
Talking to you,
It
though.
keeps getting more and more fucked up. And you're like,
Yeah.
dang, that fucking head's getting fucking trashed.
Okay. Are you gonna Are you gonna tie it to your waist, or what are you gonna do with that?
I'll probably put it in my backpack once
Okay.
Marjorie is off of it.
Okay. You slip the head into your backpack. It is now in your backpack inventory if you refresh your character sheet.
Nice.
Okay, guys.
Ooh.
The body's still over there. Did you want to burn it?
Yeah.
You have that torch that what's his name?
Kuykendahl.
Kuykendahl gave you. Okay, so you gonna burn the body?
Yes.
Okay. You put the torch onto the body. The skin seems to catch very easily, as all the dried plant matter that used to be part of this fungus hag.
Before it all burns up, can I take little pieces of Is there any wood or anything there that's not infected and shit that I can pick up little pieces and put in my tinderbox for later?
Yeah. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead and fill up. Hell, you can take.
I want to grab a little piece, so I'm going to increase my quantity
Just-
from 1 to 2 in my tinderbox.
Okay, just take 2 fingers off the fungus hag because their fingers are like wood that burn.
Yeah, took her fingers. I'm like, I'll burn these bitches later.
Sick fuck.
Hey, you use part of the body, man.
Yeah, not arguing.
Thalion, I don't know if you noticed or not, but your deer stuff is in your inventory.
Okay, yeah.
All right, the fungus hag catches a blaze. You stand, and the fire looks beautiful as the billowing smoke heads up to the sky. All seems right in the grove. Okay, guys. So what are y'all doing?
Gonna go pee first.
Well,
I know that
what time of the day is it?
it is in the middle of the night. It is nighttime. It is the next
Okay.
day. I'm actually, as soon as y'all start traveling back, I'm changing the date on World Anvil.
Well, do y'all want to camp here or push on back to the town through the night? We'd have to carry Marjorie and Merrik. Or we set camp here.
I'm down to camp here until she gets up.
Yeah, we can camp here. I guess since we got that experience, I've been hit with all of this, and now I'm able to summon a primal companion. So I'm taking that in.
Well, I mean, are we get a short rest? Or we haven't rested. Basically, we've been up for over, almost 24 hours now.
Yeah, y'all could use like an actual proper camp and a long rest, and then I would get to use my stickers.
But I don't know if we should long rest right next to this tree.
Baltan, you can interrupt him and let him know that this is a peaceful place.
Yeah. I think if we were going to camp anywhere, it'd be right here would be best.
Oh, really? Okay. And then I'm gonna, I guess, turn about to facing the right,
Mm-hmm.
like where the goats are, but not actually at the goats. And just a little nook over there to my right. And I said, set camp there, by those rocks.
Yeah.
We'll take a small rest.
Is that where you're talking about?
No, south of that. Further south. Yes.
Okay.
So we have we have rocks to our back and side. A little bit of a more secure area. We know the death trees in the middle.
How big of a fire do you want to build? I need some nature. Or survival, sorry.
All right, you survival bastards, get to it. Chop chop. I summon Bartholomew to assist in setting up my tent,
Who's helping
washing my clothes, and cooking my dinner.
Who's helping set up camp? I am so happy about this sticker thing. It lets me actually do the camping properly.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stealthily go around and place sensors around the camp area.
I got you.
Dick. I'm gonna go perch on a rock and play music, relaxing music, while Bartholomew assists in setting up my camp.
Okay. I'll spawn a Bartholomew for you in a second.
Yes.
Okay. Lucian,
Well,
roll.
they're each unique. He hasn't died yet. The next one will have a different name.
Yeah.
If Bartholomew does.
Lucian, roll perception, please.
Yes. Happily.
Also, who's setting up the fire?
Perception.
Kuykendahl, you're probably best at setting up the fire, by the way.
There we go.
Okay, rolling survival. Roll good, baby.
Are you gonna try to set up the biggest fire possible?
Just standard size.
Alright. Does anybody have tents, bedrolls, or anything like that?
I have a bedroll, I believe. Yes.
Anybody gonna cook? Anything like that?
What's that?
Are we able to maybe take that note and make it?
Take the what?
Go.
Oh, the one up on the cliff?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get to it.
I think we can get that and then cook it.
We can always see. I also have some rat meat. We could turn into a stew.
How many of these are you setting up, Baltan?
I think it just allows maybe 2, I think.
Okay, is that where you want it?
It's supposed to be like 5 feet, so yeah, I guess.
That is 5 feet.
Probably more on the... Yeah, I guess that's fine there, and then maybe one on the other side of the campfire. Well, on the bottom side, I guess towards... Yeah, because I don't want anyone to really see it, I guess, so...
Are you gonna try to do this stealthily?
Yeah.
Okay. I need a stealth roll for that. For the first one. Okay. And Lucian's perception, okay, it precedes that. Alright. Moving to the second one. Another stealth roll for me, please. And then Lucian, you'll get another perception, please. Is that okay where your character's at?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, so Lucian,
I think
yeah, you notice that Baltan is doing something strange. And you have a sense that it is some type of magic. You yourself practice small magic, and in this world, small magic is okay, enchantments are okay, but this is not something you're familiar with, and you've never seen a ranger do anything like this. Nobody else sees it, but Lucian sees it just because of his high perception roll. Kuykendahl, your fire is now finished. It is beautiful and blazing. You can cook on it. You can do whatever you need to. Everybody gonna put out their bedrolls?
Put the bird and okay. You see that crack exactly to the right of where I am?
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Put both of them over there. I want them covered.
And Marjorie.
Are you giving the bedroll to Merrik and the Bloodhawk?
Yeah.
Okay. Americus, you got the head. You see Kuykendahl setting up the fire, and he's got everybody nestled in over in the corner. Kuykendahl gave up his bedroll to these guys to make them a little bit more comfortable. They're nice and cozy in the corner. You see Lucian sitting back playing a song on the rocks. It looks like a nice evening camp. Kuykendahl, you want to roll me survival to help finish setting up the campsite as far as like seats on logs kind of thing?
Alright. On it. Rolling. 16.
Okay.
That should be a good enough roll.
Yep. But with that 16, you don't find any logs, but you find enough spare material around that people have like piles of pine needles and stuff to sit in if they want for like comfort around the fire.
That's good, man. I'm gonna make some food and bandage my ass, or ask if anyone has any bandages. My dude is
What
hurt.
are you cooking? And what cooking utensil are you using?
Oh.
I only know of one person here that has cooking utensil.
I'm just gonna say, not yell. Anyone got cooking shit? Well, can I stick a skewer in?
Yeah, you can. That's what I said. I was just asking how you were cooking.
Yeah, I'll just stick the skewer in it. Fuck it. Oven roaster. Bake that shit up. You know, when they stick the skewer in and they kind of spin it around. That kind of shit.
I got you, man. What are you cooking? Some of your deer meat?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Deer meat fills the smell of roasting deer meat fills the air as Kuykendahl begins to cook some deer meat. Okay, free actions, guys. Bolton, you're done setting up your wards.
All right. I guess I'm gonna eat some of my rations I have then.
Okay. You gonna go by the fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Thalion, Americus, y'all gonna do anything?
I'm just going to rest.
Okay, you gonna get your bedroll out and set up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Americus, you're just relaxing on your bed. Lucian, you're playing music. Baltan, you're chomping down. Kuykendahl, you're chilling and cooking. Your food is done. You can have a nice meal with everybody. You've cooked enough for everybody if you would like to share.
Yeah.
Tell them that. I mean, you gotta tell them.
Yeah. Food's ready, gang.
Don't mind if I do.
I roll over and get up and like, hey, I'm suddenly awake now.
Thalion, are you gonna stay over there, or are you gonna come get some food?
I'm gonna go get the food.
Okay. All right.
Can I prop the fungus hag head up? Like something like, and just kind of like look at it?
Yeah. You can just set it up right in front of you. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all see the fungus hag head inside of you. The dark sockets where its eerie eyes once lived are cold and empty and seem like an endless void now. Everybody kind of feels an uncomfortable feeling, but a sense of pride. Just in that moment, a cool breeze blows through the grove, and as it does, the trees that you earlier had, worked with, the fey trees that are there, sway and dance in the wind. From the left-hand side of the campfire, you can hear the iron roots leaves cling together almost like a wind chime, and it makes a musical sound.
You hear that?
Fuck it.
It's the winds of change.
Fuck it. This is good. Everything is safe. Gonna eat. And I'm gonna pass out, I don't know, by the rocks or some shit.
Just flop it on the ground, huh?
Oh god, yes.
All right. The night approaches. The deeper night approaches. Everybody is sound asleep. And you hear birds start to return to the grove. And you hear creaking coming from the Feyward tree.
Life returns to the land once Sauron's corruption has been expunged.
You're asleep, Lucian. Shut up. Ball 10. That's what you heard.
All right. Should I roll nature?
You can, or, whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, you heard creaking, a lot of unusual creaking coming from the Feyward tree.
Okay. Well, I'm supposed to be watching the guy, so I'm just gonna. If it's not making a move or anything, I'm just gonna continue sitting there.
Okay, roll perception. And with your perception, this is what you hear. Like a yawn coming from this direction right here. Okay.
Tree waking up.
So is that the tree yawning then? I guess.
I can't tell you that. Like I told you what you know.
Okay.
You either investigate, do something, or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and investigate it.
Okay. As you approach the tree, roll perception, please, because it's nighttime.
Well, I have night vision.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. We'll still roll perception.
He said, fuck you, nighttime.
I forget that,
He's an elf?
different. Yeah. You can see shapes starting to form in the bark.
Well, I guess let me roll nature to see if I can notice anything different changing.
Yeah, you can. The other part of it would be just like put your hand out and try to feel it.
Yeah.
That would change the conditions. But you can roll nature for it. Okay, nature check. You would know that the bark is trying to take the shape of something. It's actually moving.
Is it moving towards me?
No, it's not moving out. It's rearranging.
Oh, it's rearranging. Okay.
Yeah.
Could I roll history on this so maybe I could think of maybe sometime I read
Yes.
about it?
Go for it. Yes, you read something a long time ago in the Savol Library. The Fey trees, once they have enough energy, they can actually create a persona to communicate with people.
Okay. Can I see if I can communicate with it then?
Sure.
So I'll put my hand on it.
You put your hand on it, and it goes.
Okay.
That's what you hear.
Should I say okay, I'll say hello there, Fey Tree.
And you hear.
Obviously I don't understand what it's saying.
This is so funny.
Roll perception again, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Alright, let's roll perception.
You're not picking up what Laramie's putting down, which is what's making it funny. Like,
There you go.
I
Okay.
understand what he's saying, and like it's hilarious, and you're not getting it.
Okay. With this perception, you can feel something that feels like lips under your palm.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm blocking its
Yeah, you're covering its mouth, and it's going, you're covering my mouth.
Okay, so I move my hand away.
Yeah.
You hear a voice. Bloody well, finally. I can't believe you covered my mouth. What a way to awaken in this world.
I go, oh my.
And he's speaking Elvish.
Okay. Is he speaking wood elf or is he just speaking normal elvish?
No, he's speaking wood elf specifically.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
He's made of wood.
Okay. So then I go, back to him, I go, so what's been happening here?
Uh, okay, yeah. I'm not quite clear on it just yet. I've just awakened. And then you see two little beams of light crack open, and it blinks. And he goes, "Ah, a child. Where do you hail from?"
Ah, yes, I am from Saval.
"Ah, the homeland. Well, what is of it today? Tell me the state of this world. I'm not aware yet."
Okay, so I'll update him on what I know so far.
Okay. You have a conversation for about 20 minutes, and you exchange information back and forth. You talk about a bunch of details of a bunch of different things. And in that 20 minutes, you are able to catch him up on the world. "Oh, so this pain, I understand it. This new energy, though, I'm not familiar with it. I will have to grow my roots further so I can investigate. When you can, swing by and bring me traditional offerings."
I will see if I can get that arranged. Do you know anything about this other tree here? I've never seen it before. And I point towards the iron room.
"That I do not know. I am entangled with it, though. I can say it is very useful. It has much energy. I do not know where it's getting it from, but it allows my roots to grow extremely fast along its own roots. A symbiotic relationship it is."
Do you think this could be dangerous in the long run?
I can see dangerous to some. I can see acceleration to others. I can see that I am the right type to form this relationship with it. I'm not so sure about all other beings. This energy is chaotic. This energy doesn't operate properly, but it seems to balance with me.
And then I say, uh, do you know of any brothers or sisters, trees around here that may be having the same issue as you?
My roots are not spread that far yet. I'm only mere establishing this grove, and I will need a druid to tend me.
And I look around to make sure no one's awake.
Yeah, you can text me. Okay, so your conversation continues on into the night. You notice that it's about time for your watch to be up.
Yeah, so I tell the tree, it looks like it's my turn to switch off. Please be wary of these travelers.
He yawns and looks at you and says, "Okay, I will slumber now."
One more thing is, do you have an extra branch that maybe we could have?
He shakes side to side and lowers a branch and he says, "That thing that attacked me damaged this one pretty well. But this bit of it is good." And he twists and turns, and a large branch pops off.
I say thank you.
Okay, you gonna grab it?
Yep, I'm gonna grab it.
You got a big branch. Lucian, you wake up and you see Baltan finishing out the watch. And he's got a big branch.
I'm groggy, so I don't really engage about that, and I just say, "Anything happen?"
And I say, I was able to get a branch from that tree.
No, Kuykendahl will be pleased.
Yes. So you can show this to him when it's his shift.
Okay.
All right, I'll let him know. Good night.
All right, good night.
And
Milton goes off to sleep.
Yeah, I'll take that branch and I'll begin heat treating it in the fire. You're like hardening it.
Yeah. No. I'm just thinking.
What skill that would
Yeah.
be?
That would be in a survival realm. That would be a
That's what I
camping
was
thing.
thinking, because it would be like
Yeah.
making a weapon,
Yeah,
like
that would,
fieldcraft.
yeah. That would be in a. I mean, I'm not gonna link it to a profession because you're not doing this all the time. So
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna go through the trouble of making a skill. So survival roll, please.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
natural.
nice. All right, I need to write that down. Okay. All right, Lucian. We're going to roll you a blue stage event. What do you think about that?
Hell yeah. I have 2 more fucking steps to this that I.
Oh, shit! Whoa! All right, I got you a blue stage. Roll perception. Okay, all you hear is and something rustling around directly across from you.
In which direction? North, south, east, west?
Yeah, I'm pinging it right now.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna set down the branch
Okay.
and move toward it, I guess, away from the firelight.
How far?
Give me 10 feet.
Okay. Just across that square. Okay.
And
That's
can I see it any better?
Yep, that's a condition change. You can perception.
Awesome.
Distance on perception is condition. Oh, nice. Okay. You see a couple of boar rooting around under a tree.
Okay. Can you get me 60 feet from the nearest?
Okay. 1 second.
I would, yeah. I'm gonna try sneaking while I do it.
Okay, roll stealth.
It's my backstab. This might not be helpful, but.
Right there is about 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, that feels bad. I don't know why I have disadvantage, but I have disadvantage. I don't know what it's coming from.
I'll look it over for you in a minute if you want. I need to roll perception for them real quick. A passive. Oh yeah, their passive would get you on that roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one would notice. That one would notice. Okay. 3 boars are there. Notice you. They form up, and they go and start huffing and puffing, and clawing their feet at the ground.
Well, there's no point in hiding, so I stand up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pound my chest with one hand, and just kind of stare them down, and then I'm gonna go. Well, come on then.
Okay, with that yell, they all hear you. And they begin to charge. You see it. Reaction?
No, stand my ground.
Okay. And those 2.
Or I guess hold action or whatever.
Yeah. That works. All right, roll initiative.
What I wanted was 1 pig for breakfast.
I got you.
Okay, I'm gonna inspiration that heroic inspiration.
Go for it.
Actually, wait. I already have a held action, yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna get the first action.
I'm probably better off going last then.
Yeah, you're gonna get the first action. All right, your first action.
Oh, they were gonna move.
No, well, yeah, no. I mean, I can if you want. Like, you just get a free action against them as they're charging.
Okay, I see. Um, ooh. The problem here is I don't have the spell slots that I'd like. All right, so we're gonna cast Cloud of Daggers
Okay.
directly on all of them,
Okay. Was it
or
5 foot?
in their way.
Is it 5 foot? Right.
It is a 5 foot cube. Yes,
That's what I
sphere.
thought.
Sorry. Yes.
And that'll catch all of them.
Damage 7. Dead.
Okay. They plow into the cloud of daggers. They slice the boars up. They scream as they plow through the cloud of daggers. Okay, the second 7 damage. It plops to the ground, floods, and slides forward. The same thing happens to B as it does that. Okay, and then C. Same thing, but he survives. D. Same thing, but he survives. And now E. Same thing, and he survives. They're still charging.
Okay. I'm gonna stand arms wide,
Mm-hmm.
inviting them in, and move the Cloud of Daggers directly in front of me.
Okay. When you do so, you'll clip Boar E,
Okay.
keeping yourself just out of range.
Yes. So they must pass through it to get to me.
Yep. Boar E drops to the ground as he's cut by the cloud of daggers. Boar C takes damage and arrives at you. One attack for him. He's going to try to gore you.
Fuck you, boy.
And I don't think that hits.
It does not.
Yay! He passes right past you.
But
You still got D to worry about, though. And he does have a little bit of health left. He makes it to you. He's going to try to gore.
on armor class.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's a hit.
So yeah, you're gonna have to take both of them because it's a rushing charge. 1, and
Okay. All right.
that's 9.
Not bad. Could be worse. Could be worse.
Yep. And E is dead. Now it's your turn.
Thunder wave.
Okay.
Second level. My first level. Sorry. Are you fucking shitting me right now?
Oh, damn. Looks like one of my rolls.
It doesn't matter. You do it, and the pig is hit by the thunder wave, and it flips him over backwards, and he's dead. He only had 2 life left. Your watch is over.
I'm gonna nudge Kuykendahl away.
Kuykendahl, Silvertongue nudges you awake. It is your turn to watch.
Alright.
I'm gonna look
Let's
at
go.
him, and I'm going to say, "There's a magic branch here. It's for you. Use as a weapon. Also,
And he's all bloody.
Yeah.
Kuykendahl. And you don't know
Also-
why.
I'm gonna point over into the darkness toward the ironwood tree. I'm gonna say, "There's a pack of dead boar over there. All I ask is that there's bacon ready in the morning."
You feel
I'm gonna
somewhat...
lay down on my pack.
Kuykendahl, you feel somewhat impressed that somebody that is always dressed nice and you've always taken as a kind of upscale, more noble
Prissy.
type, noble type, prissy type person, you feel kind of impressed that he was able to kill some boar on his own. You know they're not easy targets.
That blood mark, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Good job. Get some rest. I'll get to skinning and dressing. About what direction again? Can you enlighten me?
I'm gonna again point in the general direction of the tree. Over there.
He points in that direction.
Alright.
I say
let's
while
go
lying
there.
prone on my back.
Yep,
Just kinda
that
limp
works for
wrist.
me.
Okay.
Go that way.
Leaving it alone.